Okay, now it's there. Okay, that's what I was waiting for. Yeah, cool. Now just a few seconds so it shows up here. My mobile. Right, I can tell it's already working. Yeah, yeah, it is. Cool. Okay, so we can start. Sorry for that. A little bit too long start. But yeah, we can commence. So my name is Hightech, of course. On this live stream, I talk about what just happened today in the cryptocurrency market, what I think about it regarding 11 years of my experience. And I also explain things about what Hightech is, the meme coin, and why you maybe should be interested in. I'll give you a couple of reasons later on. Okay, so let's see. Let's start recording here so I can make shorts out of it later. And let's see what we are dealing with today. The title of today's live stream is this Isaac Israeli, right? I mean, many of you probably have that fear. That could be the case. As you see, the altcoin market continues to look fairly good. Coins are popping here and there, like Bio, for example, auction. I have a trade on auction. I have no idea what it is. As you see it here, I received an entry. This trade is right now at plus 35% in profit, which is quite nice, of course. Nothing to brag about, but nothing to complain about it neither. On Bitcoin, I still haven't received any entry. It's still going. It's getting there. It's getting there, but no entry yet, right? I still haven't seen an entry on it. Yeah, but I think like it can happen literally within hours. If it continues like this, yeah, it will happen within hours. We're getting really close. So I get, that buy signal on Bitcoin market. I think TradFi just opened, if I'm not mistaken. Let me quickly see it. Yeah. Okay. So as you see, we opened higher, so that's good. That stands in line with what I said previously yesterday on my previous live stream, that I expect TradFi to do fairly well, because all of those stories from the mainstream social media, so to speak, were reporting us things that should calm everybody down, and that is apparently indeed what happened, because TradFi is recovering, coming back to all-time high levels, and I think it will continue, right? I think it will continue into the deep November. I'm not so sure anymore if we get any kind of greater correction on November, because especially in the crypto space, because maybe, just maybe, we already have seen it on Friday 10th. Big Baby says, I broke my leg yesterday. I'm in the hospital. Well, sorry for that, Big Baby. Hopefully you recover somewhat fast. It depends on your age as well, how you will handle it. If you're a little bit older individual, then it will be slightly harsher. But if you're young, if you're in your 20s, 30s, early 40s, then probably you'll be fine. How did you make it happen? You you practice some extreme sports, or me? I never have broken anything. Besides my nose, I broke my nose many times, but that's because I trained boxing for, how long has it been? 23 years. 24 years. So soon is going to be 24 years since I started training boxing, and I used to be a pro. So that's a thing to expect, especially if you want to compete on a high level. Yeah, there's no way you will be able to avoid that one. Well, yeah, so far so good. I like what I see here. I really like what I see. If you guys have any questions regarding the market situation, go on. Or if you just want to share, just like Big Baby did, whatever has happened to you, that's fine too. I just like interaction with people on the other side of the screen. On my other YouTube channel, it's very active. The conversation is always very alive, and on this YouTube channel is still somewhat rare to see anybody writing, but it will change. It will change because this channel also grows. It grows very slowly, but nonetheless it grows. So it will get there. Anyway, let's take a look at BTCD because this one on the daily, at least on the daily, it looked fairly green. Oh, this is interesting because it actually changed. It wasn't looking like this before. Before the show, before I started live streaming, it was here. It was like this, and now it dropped. It dropped heavily. It was in green, same as now, but it was here, and now it dropped. Now it lowered to here. What I wanted to say is that even though it looked like slightly like we are in a continuation of this uptrend here, if you look at it from the lowest perspective, I still would not bet on it to be the case because it can close red and even strongly red. But now, since it just dropped, since it got repositioned, then that talk makes literally no further sense, because as you see, we are literally following the formation I was indicating several hours ago and yesterday as well. So we keep printing that inverse Adam and Eve formation. So yeah, like right on point, just in time. That's good. That's good, of course. This is what we supposed to see, and this is how it should be going. So it's literally following the right path. But let me take a look at live chat here and there, just in case, so I don't miss anybody. I hate to discover later on, after I'm done, that somebody wrote something and I missed it somehow, because I'm used to people, not writing in the live chat. Okay, so and I was just enabling it also on my X app. Okay, for that purpose. So yeah, on that chart, when we look at overall altcoin market, here we can't really tell much in this scope. But when we switch over to 15-minute, I mean, this is a very familiar look, so to speak. I've seen it many times after large corrections, and let me tell you, this is very bullish how this market is behaving. So I like the way it tries to settle in at these levels. It tries to find its comfort and solidify the ground, solidify the floor. It looks like a perfect setup for a large move up, not for a continuation of market correction. Definitely not. I mean, technically speaking, that just does not fit um, does not fit the picture, that does not fit, all surrounding conditions and environment. There's few coins I really like how their setups are. One of them is actually Mantra, the one that dropped by a lot on several occasions. I really like this entry signal I just got here. I mean, as you see, this means I'm in in a trade on Mantra. So it's not like I'm trying to shill you Mantra right now just so you push up the price. No, absolutely not. If I shill you anything, is high tech meme coin and nothing else, which is here. That's the only project I promote on all of my social media. And since this is a microscopic size of a market, the risk reward ratio here, I don't think you'll get something like this anywhere on the internet right now. So if you sit here, I don't know, literally a couple of bucks, it has a huge chance to become countable money sometime in the future, like I don't know, within 1 year, maybe 2 years. But here, I mean, there's many coins that look like this, right? So that this that grand grand dip, huge dip on Friday 10th, later recovered, went sideways, cooled off, and now it's slowly gaining upward momentum. This looks really good, really promising, right? Across many charts of many coins, Mantra included. I like Mantra specifically here, and that's why I'm not showing you any other one, because this coin has been reduced to ashes in last year, within the last year. I mean, it went so much down, and on top of that, with this Friday 10th Black Swan event, it got pressed against the floor even harder. I mean, it just gives me a good impression of a very oversold type of market. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how, let's say, distribution of this coin will influence this setup here. I have no idea. I never check it. I just judge it by the chart, solely by the chart, and the chart gives an amazing opportunity. I mean, amazing probabilities here for at least a very decent rally, lasting, resulting in a few hundreds of percents of gains. I would be surprised if that does not happen. I think 300, 400% from here should be easy, given how exhausted this coin already is. Right? It's been selling off for so long. But like I said, I don't know what the supply here is. What's the real situation that we could, let's say, calculate on chain? Um, how much of remaining supply there is of holders that potentially could just make this thing go even lower. But yeah, the chart is looking really good. The chart is looking really good. Environment is really good. The market is scared. So when we look from crypto fear and greed perspective, it's at 30. Yesterday was even lower. So if market is really scared, don't you think that those that can dump this market, like the Mantra coin market, they would already do it a while ago. I think they actually did it here, right? Those that were even thinking about dumping, they just press the thick, the big thick red sell button, and they're out of the market. and now it's completely shifted, right? The coin just flipped for Mantra coin, and it's not like I'm invested in Mantra coin. I just trade it. I just trade it. So I know it has something to do with RWAs, which, in my opinion, is not a strong narrative. I know it's portrayed as a strong narrative. I think it's one of the weakest narratives. I think even meme coins is stronger narrative than RWAs. Why? Because it actually relies in 100% on regulators and their goodwill, and that's a very bad position for a class of assets in my eyes. I mean, given that I'm used to something that is decentralized, decentralized, and doesn't really have to hear what others think of it. Here, of course, I mean, such coins as Bitcoin itself and Monero, for instance. So it makes me a little bit uncomfortable to own a large amount of something that I know can literally, stop existing from one day to another, and will not even become a collectible. Because in the case of, for example, high tech, at least it has a chance to become a collectible, right? Because it's a super correlated, super tight, super closely tied to my figure, right? To my persona, and since whatever I recorded stays on the wire, stays on YouTube and on other live streaming platforms, so it has a chance of becoming a collectible sometime in the future, right? If I don't know, if I pass away, for example, unexpectedly or something, but which I do not plan, by the way. So so don't fear that. But this one, like MantraCon and all RWAs, yeah. Once regulators don't like them, they're gone. So that's why I would never advise you to invest in it or accumulating it. But this trading setup, I really like it. So I'm being honest with you guys. Those that know me for quite a while, I don't have a habit of bullcrapping you or anything. One of the nicest looking setups so far, from dozens, if yeah, 100 and some dozens of coins I've looked up. But to be honest, there is quite some coins that are not there yet. Their setups are in the cooker, and I like them even more, but I still haven't received entry signals on their respective charts. And I'll be once they give me buy signals, I will show it here. But so far, from all of those really juicy juicy configurations, juicy starting positions, this one is right now is number one from what I've seen. Yeah. All right, let's take a look at liquidations, how those are doing now. Slightly up since my last live stream several hours ago, in the vicinity of $150 million, both Bitcoin and Ethereum. And those that are getting ripped off mostly here are the ones that are betting on the market going down. And I told you, do not bet now on this market escalating, the correction and going into a bear market. It's highly unlikely after such a strong sell-off for the altcoin market to go into a bear market right now. Actually, the opposite, absolutely the opposite. Because instantly we transition from some mediocre, let's say, levels of practically everything in whatever metric you could consider it to grossly oversold. So that Black Swan event was actually an early Christmas gift. You don't know about it yet, but let me tell you, you'll find out very soon. And I'm 100% sure that is going to be what takes place. Share, like, and subscribe, guys. By the way, I have 99 followers right now. I mean, subscribers on my YouTube channel. So I need only one to get to 100. Oh, okay. I just noticed that somebody subscribed, so that's cool. So now I have got 100. That's cool. It's been going very slow. I mean, I know why. I wanted to say I don't know why. No, I know why. It's been going very slow on this YouTube channel to acquire subscribers, but it's mainly because YouTube just does not show my YouTube channel to anybody. But now with that vertical streaming thing, it is slowly changing because I receive views, I receive watch time on my live stream, something that before was not taking place at all. So yeah, it makes me happy. It makes me happy that things are moving forward, right? And the thing that exhausts the most, when you're a creator, is stagnation. That you put a lot of effort into growing your social media, and you see literally zero effect, right? Zero feedback. So yeah, apparently it looks like I'm having that breakthrough phase behind me. And so now it should be all smooth and dandy. Okay, let's take a look at greater time frames. How this one looks. And so far, to be honest, the only thing I can really point out here is that we are holding this price cluster, and that's first, and second, that we are resting on a very strong support from historical standpoint on the Bitcoin market, and that's why I was not giving it much credibility that we are about to break, given how we consolidate here. That would look weird. I mean, we would need a little bit more of a swing just to have some sort of a blow off top, and then that it would make it much more likely to penetrate lower. But yeah, not with this market structure, right? With this market structure, it was immediately it became highly unlikely. So, but like I said, I'm still not sure about that correction in November. I was predicting before. Now the situation is a little bit unclear to me. We still can get some kind of a dip, but probably not at the beginning of November. If we see any, it will be highly likely in second half of November. If not sometime nearer the end of November. Specifically because of Friday 10th, right? We will need, I mean, to get another big correction in the altcoin market, we will need to really nicely now, like at least couple of hundreds of percents left and right, wherever you look, right? And then we will get into that state where we can get some size of a correction, some easy to notice size of a market correction. But now, no, absolutely not. If nothing happens, I mean, if we go more or less sideways, a market will refuse to rally. It will stay more or less where it is. Then yeah, there is no way. There is no way we will be correcting in November, and there is also practically no way we will have a bear market. Absolutely not. We will be just consolidating longer before we get a major leg up, and that's it. It's not really that complicated. Share, like, and subscribe, guys. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Of course, follow me on X if you watch it on X, not naturally. If you watch it on YouTube, then subscribe. And I think that's it. I don't want to make it overly long because yeah, most of you guys will get bored anyway. Nowadays, people have a very short attention span, so you know, long-lasting, long materials do not really enjoy much popularity. And if you guys have any questions, of course, write in the live chat on whichever platform you consume this content. I should see it here or on my phone. And I'm thinking, haven't I forget about anything? No, I don't think so. Maybe let's take a last look at liquidity, liquidation heat map. Has anything changed there? But in larger scope, larger context. Pretty much the same situation as several hours ago, as when I was live streaming last time and yesterday too. And that again, that maintains my position, right? It solidifies my positions that most of the liquidity drives the price upwards, points to upward price movement, and that is what we are about to get, most likely. 99% certainty we go up, we go higher from here. And there is of course quite a lot of liquidity that is not displayed here that will show up when we approach all-time highs. As always, retail will try to short it. We think this is a very juicy area to short the market because of geopolitical setup. They would think yeah, this market will have to roll over, but I think they don't understand that everything is measured in US dollar, and US dollar is about to be overprinted again. We are shortly before turning on massive amounts of printers again. So US dollar will depreciate, right? Everything measured in US dollar will grow. Gold included, stocks included, crypto included. On top of that, the US government is completely changing its strategy, and now, I mean, since few weeks, I think, if I remember correct, the government of the United States is actually a stock investor, right? Now, the government of the United States is allowed to buy the stock market with that what money they print, right? So what is that telling you? The only crash you can get, the only type of a crash we can get with rules forged like that is uniquely an inverse crash, right? So simply a high inflation, high US dollar inflation, and everything in dollar terms just soaring. Stocks, gold, you name it, crypto, Bitcoin. Bitcoin is crypto, by the way. I know Jack Dorsey yesterday said Bitcoin is not crypto, but Satoshi Nakamoto said it is. So I stick to what the original issuer says, and I don't think he changed his stance at any time after he stated it. So yeah, okay, guys. Share, like, and subscribe. That's it. What I've got to say for now. I'll probably be live streaming sometime later today. And thank you for your time. Oh, I'm very dark. Oh, damn, I'm very dark. I thought I was a little bit brighter. So, but okay, later today I will fix it. So anyway, yeah, share, like, and subscribe. Thank you for your time, and I'll see you sometime soon. Cheers.